Good afternoon, sports fans, and welcome to Northern Burlington County Regional High School. I am Mr. James Dowd, and we are here live at the farm. It is Monday, March 31st, 2025, and it is the home opener as the Northern Burlington Lady Greyhound softball team takes on the Cinnaminson Pirates, in which should really be a matchup of two excellent teams. Joining me today is former broadcasting alum, Mr. Logan Stewart. Pleasure to have you here with us, Logan.
Thanks, Mr. Dowd. It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Leading off for the Pirates is a very talented player in Miss Maddie Rittler. She actually led the team last year in hits, finished the season last year batting .358, and she is a very accomplished hitter with 34 hits last year and 95 at-bats. She also led the team in runs, in addition to singles, and was in the top 5 in walks. So she looks to get on base here and hopefully get Cinnaminson on the board. Pitching for Northern is Michaela Fontana, very talented pitcher. And we've got a great day here. It is a warm 65 degrees. And once again, Logan, I want to thank you for coming out. And this should be a real exciting game here at the farm.
Thanks, Mr. Dowd. Pleasure to be here and back at the farm.
So Rittler's going to fly out there, and that is one out so far, the top of the first. Logan, you were yourself an athlete here at Northern and did some really exciting things. Why don't you tell our viewers a little bit about yourself and what you're up to now?
Yeah, so right now I'm at Rowan University. I recently picked up an internship with the Delaware Bluecoats, hosting pregame, postgame, and halftime shows on the radio.
Well, that's awesome, bud, and we're certainly rooting for you, and we're rooting for a good game here. Northern's coming off a very exciting season. They are led by head coach Mr. Brian Wolverton, who has been a very accomplished coach here at Northern, winning numerous division titles, including last year, where the girls were 7-1 in the division. They finished the year 23-5 and got all the way to the sectional final, falling to Marlboro, but really tough matchup, and had a tremendous season last year, and they looked for another great season with high expectations. As I stated, Coach Wolverton has won many division titles over the years, state championships, sectional titles, and so these girls look primed this year to make a run again deep into the playoffs. So we'll see what Fontana has up her sleeve here. And that's going to be a shot up the middle. That's a great hit. And Cinnaminson's going to be on base now with a runner on first with one out in the top of the first.
It's a big-time shot, and that's a perfect way to spark the crowd.
But still, lots of game left to play here. And we've got a great turnout of friends, family, community members here on both sides. Cinnaminson is one of our closer schools in proximity, in addition to schools like Burlington Township and Burlington City, Bordentown. And this looks like to be a great matchup. And as I stated, home opener for our Lady Hounds. I'm sure they're looking to get a big win. Looks like that one's going to be a ball. Now, if any of our viewers are interested in any sponsorship opportunities, you could reach out to us at Northern TV at nburlington.com for all kinds of ways to stay plugged in. And great base running there. Looks like she's going to be safe. So just a real heads-up play. Great attempt there by the Hounds to get her out. But now Cinnaminson has a runner in scoring position. But as I was stating, if anyone's interested in helping inform, entertain, educate our audience, you can reach out to us at the email provided on the screen. So Northern in a little bit of a bind here, but still great attempt, and that's going to be a strike. Cinnaminson has been really aggressive so far at the plate, and they're looking to put a run on the board here early. Batting for the Pirates is a very talented junior, Miss Delaney Kroll, number 21. Comes into this one. Last year was slugging .739 and finished the year with a .370 batting average. Had 9 home runs last year to lead the team, in addition to 30 RBIs. So she's one of their best hitters, and she was only behind Maddie Rittler in hits. So had a tremendous season last year. So hopefully Northern can get her out and not allow a run here in this first inning. And she goes down swinging. That was a great pitch by Michaela Fontana to get out of a jam there. Next up for Cinnaminson is a junior, Mia Zuccarelli. Batted .342 last year with 11 RBIs and 26 hits at 76 plate appearances. Also scored 17 runs. So sort of the middle of the order here for the Pirates. Northern's looking to leave these base runners stranded and hopefully walk away with this one. No runs scored. Good bunt attempt there, looking to advance the runner, but to no avail, went foul. And Fontana's really in the zone here, so looking to put this runner down and head into the bottom of the first. Batter's behind on the count now, so I want to also take this opportunity to thank our current sponsor, Canon, manufacturer of great electronic devices. Actually, this game, all of our events actually are filmed with Canon cameras, and we've had the privilege with their sponsorship the last 2 years, so I want to thank Canon. And this game is obviously far from over. Lots of excitement here. And we'll see how this top of the first shakes out here, Logan. But so far, it's been an exciting match. And that's going to do it. So, after the top of the first, game is currently tied 0-0 as we head into the bottom of the first. And Northern's going to take their first at bat. So, top of the order here for the Greyhounds. And we'll see if they can get on the board. Now, these two teams are no strangers to each other. As I stated, Northern won the division last year by 2 games. They finished their division record 7-1, Cinnaminson 5-3. But Cinnaminson's got a really good pitcher on the mound today, Miss Hannah Derbyshire, and she does a great job keeping them in every game that she pitches. These two teams, as I stated, squared off last season. Both games were extremely close. Cinnaminson beat Northern early in the season last year. That was back on March 6th of last season. They won that one 6-5. That was part of the RV Invitational. And then about a week later, actually Northern TV was on hand, March 15th of last year. Great play there by Cinnaminson. Thought she was going to beat that out. As I stated, Northern TV was on hand last year. Logan, I believe you helped us out with that one as well. And Northern won a real close one there, 2-0. So I expect this one to be close. I expect this one to come down to the wire. Coming up for the Greyhounds is a very talented multi-sport athlete here, Riley Pylock. I have the privilege of having Riley in class, and she's an honor student in the classroom and a tremendous athlete out of the classroom. And a good eye there as that one hits the dirt. So we'll see what Pylock can do here. Number 2 batter. That was a good eye there by Pylock. And certainly you want to work the count a little bit. You want to make the pitcher earn every pitch, Logan. You know yourself, as we stated, we're a student athlete here. And that was another good pitch. So Pylock taking her time, waiting for the right pitch, and we'll see what she can do. That one's in the dirt. Some exciting news. Northern is actually placed in the top 20 of NewJersey.com's best softball teams in the state. They actually rank 17th, so they have some very high expectations, as I stated, and that's also exciting for the girls. And Pilak looks to take that one as well. But Derbyshire, as I stated, very, very talented. And there's not going to be any easy gets, and that one's going to be fouled off, hit the backstop. So Pilak is still fighting for every pitch in this one. And Pilak's going to get a big hit. And she's going to grind that one out. She's going to head to third. We'll see if there's a play at third base here. And she's going to beat that. That's going to be an error, and Pilak is going to score. Wow, great job by Riley Pilak, taking advantage. Really smart base running. And just a dynamo play. And so Northern now on the board, 1-0, and the crowd is fired up. Coach Wolverton's fired up. The girls are fired up, and that was just a great hit there by Riley, and very advantageous play there at third. Took advantage of it, and now the Hounds are on the board with Michaela Fontana up to bat.
That's a great play there for Northern.
Now, Fontana, Logan, is actually a very, very accomplished pitcher here at the farm. Last year, she had 177 Ks and a 1.16 ERA. So she's been quite the player. She holds several school records. Had the privilege of meeting her earlier this year. She was named Student of the Month back in the fall season. So, again, another great standout for the Lady Hounds. In fact, she is one of only 2 seniors on this Greyhound team, so high expectations, as I stated, with a relatively young squad. In addition to Michaela, we have Amelia Ribadavia, those are the only other seniors on the team, so bright future ahead here for the Lady Hounds. And as we look ahead at their schedule, there's going to be no rest for the Hounds. They've got quite the lineup, quite the docket here coming up. They have quite the schedule coming up. They play Seneca on the 4th of April, followed by Delaware Military Academy, Holy Spirit. So that'll be very exciting over those few days. So still lots of action left in this one, and we'll see what Amelia Ribadavia can do. She's actually a very talented multi-sport athlete as well. In fact, last year, I believe she was nominated, Logan, for a Woman in Sports Award for her outstanding on and off the field. And if I'm not mistaken, she was recognized at the 2025 National Girls and Women in Sports Day. So congratulations to her. And that'll end the inning. So after one, Northern leads 1-0. So we'll see what Fontana has in store here. And it looks like Cinnaminson's going to hit the first pitch. Fontana with a great stop there. First base, and she's out.
And what a play.
That was a great play, bud. You're absolutely right, Logan. And again, for those tuning in, I am Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by Northern Burlington alum and current broadcasting student at Rowan University, Mr. Logan Stewart. We are here live at the farm. It is Monday, March 31st, and it is the home opener as the Northern Burlington Lady Greyhound softball team takes on the Cinnaminson Pirates. And it's really been a great game so far, Logan. We've got some great weather. As I stated previously, it looked like it was raining this morning. Didn't know if the game was going to happen, but our facilities department, our grounds crew came out, did a great job prepping the stadium, and here we are for this exciting local matchup. Now, Northern comes into this one. They were red hot at the end of last year. They finished their season on a 13-1 run, losing to Marlboro in the finals, as I previously stated. But they got some big-time wins versus teams like Delran, Cinnaminson, Shawnee, Robbinsville, Florence, Willingboro, Allentown was their lone loss, and then defeated Princeton, Freehold, and West Windsor in some really close games to advance to the Group 4 sectional finals. So they've been riding some momentum from last year, and as I stated, have a couple of seniors on the team, and they look to lead this team to hopefully another sectional final appearance and win this year. Ellie Zarnowski, senior, is up for Cinnaminson. She actually was one of the leaders in at-bats last year, finished the year with .418 batting average. She scored 14 runs, had 33 hits, 24 RBIs, and 27 singles. And that's going to end the inning. So after the top of the second, heading into the bottom of the second, Northern currently in the lead, 1-0. And we've been talking a lot about the girls, and justifiably they're doing a great job so far today, but we also have some other exciting action going on here at the farm. Our boys baseball team is actually playing Cinnaminson here at the farm, and we'll keep our viewers up to date with that. Our boys lacrosse team is playing Cherry Hill West on our lacrosse field, and boys volleyball is away at Hopewell Valley.
That one's up high for a ball.
Good eye from the batter, and as I was stating about the boys volleyball team, some really high expectations this season, and actually Northern TV is going to be on hand for their matchup later this week.
Swing and a miss.
Yeah, tough swing there, but as I was stating, Northern TV will be on hand later the week as they'll be taking on Cherry Hill, so stay tuned for that. So we'll keep our viewers up to speed with those scores as they come in, and we still got a really close one here, Logan.
Great to be back for another game here at Northern for some softball action.
And the Lady Hounds are certainly making them work today on the mound, getting the pitch count up, and just really being patient there at the plate. Currently up 1-0. So we'll see what she's got here.
That one's down low for a ball.
Now, we're rooting for the Greyhounds, obviously, here, Logan, but I'll tell you what, Coach Louis Arnold for the Cinnaminson Pirates, he's really done a great job building up this program over the last handful of years. This is a team in the Pirates. Back in 2021, they struggled. They were 4-13, but they stayed the course, and in 21-22, they were 12-10, but they've averaged 20 wins the last 2 years. In 22-23, they were 21-5, and last year, 23-24, they were 19-9. And so, credit to him, credit to the girls, credit to the athletic staff. And this is a highly competitive team, and I look for both these teams to vie for a sectional title.
A ground ball in the infield. That's going to be caught for an out.
These teams are also going to be squaring off in a couple weeks on April 21st. So we'd love for our friends, family, community members to come out for that one as well. But we still got lots of action here.
Northern softball program has been so great these past 10 or 15 years. Brian Wolverton has done a great job leading this team to as good as they are today.
Absolutely, Logan. Coach Wolverton coached softball here from 97 to 07, and in that time had an incredible record of 193 and 71, including numerous division titles in addition to the state title I mentioned earlier. And he came back a few years ago, and in that time, in that handful of years, has compiled 61 and 36 records. So the team is always highly competitive, always fighting 2 sectional final appearances in the past 2 years, in fact. And he's actually a member, Coach Wolverton, of our Athletic Hall of Fame for his accomplishments. And he has 254 wins here at Northern. And he's looking to, once again this season, lead these girls to, hopefully, another banner at the farm. Sophomore Emily Shiner up to bat here for the Hounds, number 3. Very talented multi-position player, does some pitching in addition to fielding in the outfield. Last year, had some limited playing time as a freshman, 32 at-bats, but made the most of it. She scored 12 runs last year. She had 6 RBIs, and she actually had 9 stolen bases. So look for her to get on base, look for her to swipe a couple bags and hopefully extend on this lead. And those 9 stolen bases were actually good for 3rd on the team. So good to see her up and getting some playing time and helping this team continue to stay competitive. Senior Jordan Welsh up for the Pirates, number 17, outfielder, had 50 at-bats last year and scored 9 runs. So look for her to get hopefully on base here and maybe tie the game for the Pirates. Fontana really doing a great job so far today. So Northern still in the lead, but it is so very early. Only the 3rd inning here, Logan, and obviously anything can happen, but
Popped up.
when you got two good teams, I look for this one to be relatively low scoring. And speaking of scores, as I stated previously, we will keep our audience plugged into the other scores of our other teams happening here today at Northern. And in addition to those games, we have some very exciting sports coming up this spring. Our baseball team, led by head coach Mr. Gene Darling, has high expectations. Boys lacrosse by Mr. Kelleher, always highly competitive. Girls lacrosse with Ms. Haverstick, always a tough opponent. In addition to boys tennis, our golf team, and our track team. So lots of excitement here at Northern athletically. And speaking of athletics, on Saturday, April 5th, Northern Burlington is going to be hosting its 15th annual Athletic Hall of Fame, and that's going to be at 5 p.m. And that's a great event where we honor former athletes, teams, coaches, and contributors to our athletic program here at the farm. And in addition to sports, you can check out all the exciting academic action and artistic action on Northern TV. You can go to our YouTube channel. You can follow us on Twitter or X. And you can see all the excitement and all the wonderful things our students are doing. We recently produced our spring jazz concert, but there are other athletic events from earlier in the year in addition to our holiday high school band and chorus, in addition to our middle school band and chorus, our NHS induction, and there'll be a variety of really awesome programming coming up this spring with things like our annual Scholars Awards, senior night, graduation, our national awards for our JRTC program. So lots of ways to stay plugged in and lots of action left in this one, Logan. It was a nice pitch there by Fontana. Now, as we look at Cinnaminson's schedule, they've got quite the docket of games coming up in the next 2 weeks or so. They're going to be versus West Tech. That's going to be on the 3rd of April, followed by an away game with Robbinsville on the 9th. They're going to be taking on Triton on the 11th, followed by Delran and Haddon Township. And then they have an away game versus Pennsauken before they have a home game against Northern. So looking forward to that one. That one was down and in the dirt, but Fontana really pitching a good game so far. And whenever you have a great pitcher like that on the mound, they keep you in every game. And as I stated previously, Logan, I look for this one to be really close. Actually, I was talking to Coach Wolverton just the other day, and he was saying how Northern and Cinnaminson are going to be the top 2 teams in the division. So this could be a big game looking back, even though it's the home opener and there's lots of season left. The division could come down to 1 or 2 games. So looking forward to how this one shakes out.
What you got?
And that was a nice pitch, and she's going to take a seat, and the next batter's going to come up. I'll tell you what, Fontana's doing a great job here, kind of bamboozling these batters, keeping them guessing for every pitch here. And again, still lots of action to play. Now batting for Cinnaminson is Maddie Rittler. Commended her earlier in the game. She's a tremendous player. We'll see what she can do here. Tremendous outfielder.
That's going to be a hit into right field. Good piece of hitting there.
Absolutely, Logan, and she beat that one out. So quite the speedster. So she's on base now. So Cinnaminson down but not out, and we'll see what they can do here. They kind of have the top of the order coming up now. Riddler's their leadoff hitter, so see if they can get back into this one. So Rittler currently on first here with a chance to tie this one up. Looks like she got quite the jump there, but didn't go. But I wouldn't be surprised if Cinnaminson took this opportunity to try to advance the runner, maybe with a sacrifice bunt or even just giving her the green light to try to steal second. She's quite the speedster, as I mentioned. Last year had a couple stolen bases and more than capable of getting on base, and they're down by 1 so far, so I could see that happening right here.
The battery is 26 minutes left.
No, he said to change it when there's like 5.
That's going to be a strike right down the middle.
I thought she was going to be off on that one.
So what you do is every
And she's taking off now for second. So it looks to be a play at second base. And they're going to call her safe. So now with a runner in scoring position, Cinnaminson is looking to tie this one up here. In the top of the third, they have their top of the order leadoff hitter Maddie Riddler on second. And now 1 hit away possibly from tying this one up. So we'll see what the Hounds can do here, what Fontana has up her sleeve, so to speak. And she's going to walk her. So runners on first and second now. A little bit of a jam, but confident that the Hounds can get out of this one. You can hear the crowd is fired up. You can hear the players on both teams trying to motivate their
we have 25 minutes left.
teammates. Once again, I am Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by Mr. Logan Stewart. We are here live at the farm. It is Monday, March 31st. It is the home opener.
I don't know how to ring.
It's going to pop that one up.
Okay.
Out of play. And the Northern Burlington Greyhounds are taking on the Cinnaminson Pirates in a great local matchup of two really, really elite teams here in the BCSL. And it's been as advertised, Logan, as we discussed. We knew this was going to be a good game, and we certainly got that so far. So that one's going to be a little high. Cinnaminson with runners on first and second, as I stated. And another ball. The wind is picking up a little bit, but it's behind the batters, so shouldn't carry anything too far. Want to also remind our viewers, if they're interested in any sponsorship opportunities, they can reach out to us with the graphic that's on the screen. We're currently sponsored by Canon, great manufacturer of electronic equipment. This game, as I previously stated, is filmed with Canon cameras, and they are a tremendous company. Little meeting at the plate there. So we'll see what Fontana can do, try to get out of this jam here with runners on first and second.
No, I know, but remember they were playing it.
All right, good pitch there. So 2 strikes on the batter. See if the Hounds can get out of this jam and go down to the bottom of the third. That was a tough pitch. It looked like that could have been a strike, but nevertheless, bases loaded now for the Greyhounds. So Rittler on third, Zuccarelli on second, Kroll on first. Bases loaded.
A nice base hit into left field. A lot of power there.
That was a big-time hit, and we're going to get 3 runners score. As I stated, Rittler, Zuccarelli, Kroll all scoring. And now Northern is down 3-1. So big-time double there by the Pirates. With 2 outs here in the top of the third.
Yeah. I think they had 2 on base. She got a double.
So Cinnaminson has Michaela Schecker up to bat. Talented infielder for the team with a runner on second, but hopefully Fontana can get the Greyhounds out of this jam. And little chopper there. She's going to get thrown out at first. So after 3, the Cinnaminson Pirates currently lead the Northern Burlington Greyhounds 3-1, and we're going to pick back up here in the bottom of the third. Amelia Rabadavia up here now for Northern. See if she can spark a rally here and try to get us back into this one. So we promised our viewers some updates on some scores, and they are coming in now. Looks like baseball was victorious versus Cinnaminson, winning that one 1-0 in a really close matchup. Boys lacrosse got a huge win versus Cherry Hill West, 20-2, and our boys lacrosse team is always highly competitive, so congrats to the boys. And finally, our boys volleyball team scored a big-time win in 3 sets, won 2 out of 3, at Hopewell Valley. So congrats to all of our teams, and obviously we're still waiting to see how this one shakes out, but rooting for all of our teams to get very successful this season. Big swing there by Amelia. Didn't quite connect on that one, but hopefully she can get on base here for the Hounds. Currently down 2 runs. And Derbyshire is really pitching a gem here as well for the Pirates. But as I stated previously, and as we've said many times here today, Logan, that Northern's got a really, really talented squad. And this game, obviously, far from over, so it could really go either way. That one's going to get past the catcher, but no runners on base and no one advances. But good eye there by Amelia. And we'll see if she can get the Hounds back into this one. All right, so Amelia working the count here. Certainly making Cinnaminson earn every pitch, and we'll see what she can do. Hopefully get the Hounds right back into this one. Good eye there at the plate. And hopefully she can get on base and the Hounds can... That one's in the dirt. But seasoned player here. One of the advantages, obviously, of being a lefty is having that extra step there on the base path. And it looks like she's going to get a hit.
It's a great play there for Northern.
Oh, looks like she was safe. All right, my apologies. Looks like she was just a half step out. So credit to Cinnaminson, credit to Amelia for the hustle. She was a half step behind there, but nevertheless, great attempt there. And the Hounds are back up to bat here, Logan, with another chance to get some runners on with Haley MacArthur coming up here for the Lady Hounds. So we mentioned, Logan, a lot of excitement here coming up at Northern, both academically and athletically. We also have our annual senior trip coming up to Disney. So very, very excited for the class of 2025 to have that great experience. Our chaperones and our administration and staff do a great job providing our students here with a awesome experience. And we've got a lot of excitement left here in this one. It's only the bottom of the third. And again, for those tuning in, I am Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting alum and current Rowan student, Mr. Logan Stewart. We are here live at the farm. It is Monday, March 31st. It is the home opener for the Northern Burlington Lady Greyhounds softball team as they take on the Cinnaminson Pirates. And Northern jumped out to an early 1-0 lead, only to have Cinnaminson rally back and score 3 runs in the top of the third to take the lead. But it's a 7-inning game, and we'll see what the Hounds have in store. Lots of talent on both teams, as I mentioned. And I look this one to really come down to the wire, Logan, and you yourself were an athlete, and I'm sure you've got some awesome insight about that.
Yeah, so in my time at Run, I was a member of the bowling team and the golf team. I was a varsity player for each team for 4 years, and I really enjoyed that experience. Got me involved with athletics, and yeah.
Awesome, bud. And so as a former varsity athlete for numerous teams, you know what it takes to be a great player, and Northern's got some great players here on the field today.
Yeah, so the starter, Michaela Fontana, she's been so great for Northern, has been a top pitcher in the program for a few years now, and she's looking to shut him out today.
Well, shut him out or shut him down. Hounds are currently down 3-1, bottom of the third, but still plenty of action left to play in this one, and I look for the Northern Bats to really come alive here and hopefully tie this one up and get a big win. Uncharacteristic of the Hounds to be down, like we stated previously, Fontana is a very, very talented pitcher. Logan, what have you observed, buddy, from just your time watching the team in the past year or so.
Throws fastball, off-speed pitches, hits the corners really well. She can do it all.
I agree, Bud. Great player, and we've got great players in the field and batting as well. And certainly Derbyshire, the pitcher for Cinnaminson, has been doing a great job, in addition to players like Kroll and Rittler for Cinnaminson. Still, lots of exciting action left to play here. Good look there at the plate. We knew this was going to be a close game, Logan, and we certainly got one as advertised. Once again, I want to thank our friends, family, community members for turning out. Always a great turnout here at the farm, especially for a home opener for softball. As I stated previously, started around 65 degrees. It's kind of cooled off a little bit. Winds picked up, but the wind's going towards the back, so probably won't help any balls to carry out of the yard. And we'll see what the Hounds can do here. Hopefully can tie this one up sooner than later. And now batting for the Greyhounds is Riley Pylock, who, as I stated before, a very talented player. Actually scored earlier in the game. Hit a big-time triple with an error and then got on base. So good eye by Pylock there. Now on first, and Northern with another opportunity here at bat to hopefully advance the runner or score another run. Pylock certainly got some speed, but at this juncture in this inning, I don't think they're going to gamble too much on the base path, but we'll see what the Hounds have in store here. As we stated, Derbyshire has been doing a great job. So there's the catcher trying to keep Pylock honest there on first. And the Pirates are now 1 out away here from ending this inning and avoiding, Northern getting back into this one, Logan, but still anybody's game. And it's really been a great matchup. So Derbyshire with the pitch. Popped up, past the backstop. And the Hounds have another pitch here coming their way. So hopefully Greyhounds can take advantage of this. We'll see what happens. Here's the pitch. And another pop-up out of play. So Derbyshire's been keeping them guessing. And we mentioned Fontana's great job so far, but it's really been a battle of two pitchers here. And we'll see what Cinnaminson can do. And we've got another pitch coming up here. And that's going to do it for the inning. So, top of the fourth, still anybody's game. Beautiful day for a ball game here. And again, I'm Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by former student and current Rowan student, Mr. Logan Stewart. We are here live at the farm. It is March 31st, 2025. It is the home opener for the Northern Burlington Lady Greyhounds taking on the Cinnaminson Pirates. And up to bat is the pitcher for Cinnaminson, Miss Hannah Derbyshire, who's been throwing a gem so far today, in addition to Northern's pitcher, Miss Michaela Fontana, who's been also doing a great job. So we'll see if Derbyshire can help out her own cause here.
A grounder over the third.
Absolutely, but it looks like it got past third and into the outfield. So Derbyshire now on first. So top of the fourth. Cinnaminson likes their odds here now with a runner on, no outs. So we've been talking a lot about the Lady Greyhounds, Logan, obviously, but what was your experience here at Northern? What did you gain from your experience here doing the games now that you're back here today, and we appreciate your time? What was your experience here at the farm doing Northern Sports Desk and announcing games?
Yeah, I was a part of Northern TV for 4 years. I really enjoyed that experience, and it really got me involved in the broadcasting industry.
And that's awesome, Bud. And if any of our viewers, if any of our students want to get involved with Northern TV, with video production, with any of our events that we do, you can come down. You can visit me, Mr. Dowd, or visit our other video production teacher, Mr. Niedermeyer. You can come down during our opportunity periods, during homeroom, after school. You can ask how you can get involved. We do not just athletic events, but we do a variety of live events. We do about 30 live events over the course of the year, as I mentioned previously, band and chorus concerts, award ceremonies, all kinds of awesome things. And we also have our flagship show, the Northern News, where we cover all kinds of stuff that are going on in and around campus. We do high school stories, middle school stories, community stories, sports stories, and that is hosted by our very talented anchor, Miss Paige Zizio, who does a great job. And we still have one more show before the end of the year. So lots of ways to get involved here at Northern and lots of ways to stay plugged in for our community. And obviously this game is far from over, but I wanted to once again thank our friends, family, community members for coming out and being on hand, and want to once again say that you can check out all of this awesome action on our Northern TV YouTube page. And you can see not just, as I stated before, athletic events, but academics, music concerts, award ceremonies, JRTC, our news show, so many things, so many wonderful things that our kids do here at the farm. So stay tuned.
We should have a great game tonight with Michaela Fontana on the mound.
And it's a great evening to be a Greyhound. Logan, what do you think?
We should have a great game tonight with Michaela Fontana on the mound.
Absolutely, Logan, and she's been doing a great job here tonight. And we are 1 out of wave here from getting out of the fourth. Another good pitch there. So Northern down 3-1, down but not out. No quitting these Hounds. As we know, this is a very, very talented squad, as we've been talking about. And we'll see if Montana can get out of a jam here. That was a great pitch, swung on and missed. And now 1 strike away from ending the top of the fourth, with the Hounds coming up now to bat, hopefully looking to tie the game.
And strike 3, she got her.
No, we have batteries.
So, great pitch there, as you stated, Logan. Fontana getting out of a jam. But Cinnaminson's been doing a great job here today. Currently up 3-1. It's a good off-speed pitch there. Bottom of the fourth, still anybody's game. And we'll see what they have in store here. Good eye there by the Hounds, making her work for every pitch. Hounds, as we stated, down but not out. Lots of time left here, about halfway through this one. Obviously never want to be down a couple of runs, especially to a good team like the Pirates, but nevertheless, Northern very, very talented, as we stated. Great lineup of players. Fontana, Pilak, Arbidava, and others. And we'll see if Northern can get back into this one here in the bottom of the fourth. And looks like a great attempt there, but Derbyshire doing a great job on the mound for the Pirates. And it looks like she's going to get a walk there. So good look there by Northern. Coach Wolverton has to like the effort there. And coming up now for the Greyhounds is Michaela Fontana, our pitcher, who has been doing a tremendous job so far. Despite the score, she really has been pitching a gem. And we'll see if she can help her own cause here with perhaps getting a big hit or or at least advancing the runner here. So, bottom of the fourth, pitcher versus pitcher here, so to speak. And we'll see what the Hounds can do. Good pitch there by Derbyshire. And that's going to be a strike, so 1 strike, no balls here for Montana, and she certainly knows pitching, as she is the pitcher here for the Greyhounds. And we'll see what the count goes to here. I'm sure Northern would love to get a runner in scoring position here, currently down 3-1 in the bottom of the fourth. So that one's going to be popped behind the backstop, and 1 ball, 2 strikes. So Fontana down in the count, but hopefully can get something going here for the Greyhounds. And another pop out there. So still 1-2. Michaela Fontana batting here for the Greyhounds. Runner on first. And she's going to chop that one up in the infield. And that's going to end it. So, great attempt there by the Hounds, but didn't score a run. And top of the fifth here now with Cinnaminson coming up to bat. So, top of the fifth inning. And again, for those tuning in, I'm Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting alum and current Rowan broadcasting student, Mr. Logan Stewart. We are here live at the farm. It is Monday, March 31st, as the Northern Burlington Greyhounds take on the Cinnaminson Pirates, which has really been a great matchup, Logan. And this is the home opener for the Hounds. As I stated earlier, rain earlier in the day. Didn't know if this game was going to happen, but once again, want to commend our facilities department, grounds crew, got the field ready, and it's been a beautiful day for softball. It is a cool 65 degrees, and we've got our student crew out here, and we've got Michaela Fontana on the mound for the Hounds, and she's been doing a great job. And it looks like Cinnaminson's going to get on first here in the top of the fifth. So this game far from over. We know the Hounds are a resilient team. They had a tremendous season last year, as I previously stated, Logan, getting all the way to the sectional final, falling to Marlborough in a close one. They've got a great combination of seasoned players and younger players. As I also stated, Cinnaminson is a very good team, and these two should be basically 1A and 1B this year in the division. Looks like we're going to have a little meeting at the mound here with our catcher and pitcher going over some strategy. But still, lots of exciting action to play. I also recapped some of our other teams that were playing today. Our boys baseball team, as I stated, got a big win, 1-0 versus Cinnaminson. Our boys volleyball team got a big 3-set win against Cherry Hill. As I stated, Northern TV will be on hand for their game later this week. And our boys lacrosse team got a tremendous win, winning 20-2. So it's been a great day to be a Greyhound, and hopefully all of our teams can go 4 for 4 today, and the girls can rally back in this one with still 2 innings to play. So the Hounds regrouping here. And we knew this was going to be a good game, Logan, and we certainly got one. And as I stated previously, lots of excitement coming up here at Northern. Our annual senior trip is coming up in just about a week and a half. As I stated, boys volleyball having a tremendous season. Northern TV will be on hand for that. And then we have some really exciting things, as I previously mentioned. High school and middle school band and chorus concerts, our annual senior awards, our Scholars Night, our Greyhound Choice and Greyhound Gala, respectively. And then this all leads up to graduation. And here comes Fontana here with the pitch. Swung on and hit. And good defensive effort there by the Hounds.
And what a play.
It certainly was, Logan, and from our perspective, couldn't see who made that play, but certainly saved at least a run. And now we've got Cinnaminson up to bat here. Northern's done a great job, minus the third inning where the Pirates scored 3 runs. And those runs were scored by Rittler, Zuccarelli, amongst others. And
On our team, 25.
Fontana's really locked in, though, since then. Another good pitch there.
No, I know, but like in the outfield or.
Once again, want to thank our friends, family, community members for coming out. Always a great turnout here at Northern. Always love the support. Swung on and missed. As I was saying, always love the support. Everyone from athletics to academics. Just great to be a Greyhound. So Fontana here locking in, trying to strike this batter out. Get out of the 5th. Give our girls another chance here. And that was a big-time strikeout. So that's going to end it. So Northern heads up to bat now in the bottom of the 5th. So I've been complimenting our pitcher, Michaela Fontana, and justifiably she's pitching a great game. But I'll tell you what, Hannah Derbyshire here, Logan's pitching a gem for the Cinnaminson Pirates. And she is also a very talented pitcher. Big-time strike there. And also want to take this opportunity to once again thank our sponsor, Canon, manufacturer of great electronic devices. This game is being filmed with Canon cameras, and they do a great job helping out Northern TV. And if any of our viewers are interested in any sponsorship opportunities, you can reach out to us, northerntv@nburlington.com, or you can reach out to our Director of Instruction, Mr. Matt Conowitz, mconowitz@nburlington.com. Those graphics are on the screen here, respectively, to find out all kinds of ways to stay plugged in, to keep our audiences and our students and our family and community members informed, educated, and entertained with all the awesome things here we do at Northern TV. Good eye there by the Hounds. And as we stated previously, Logan, got to really work the count. Got to make the pitcher earn it. Got to get their pitch count up. And hopefully some fatigue will set in and you can take advantage. And hopefully the Hounds can score sooner than later. It's the bottom of the 5th. So they're kind of running out of real estate, so to speak, here. But this is a really good team, as we mentioned. And I have faith that the girls will definitely keep this one competitive. Swung on.
I think we got 10 minutes left.
And that looks like a
Alright, yeah. Should be.
It's a great play there for Northern.
very, very close play. We saw a play very similar to that with Amelia Rabadavia about an inning or so ago. Missed it by just about a half step, but great play there now by the Hounds with a runner on first. So congratulations to the ladies here. And hopefully we can get a runner across home plate. And nice bunt. It's going to be scooped up, but we're going to advance the runner. So great call there by Coach Wolverton and great execution, and she's going to be safe as well. And it looks like we're going to get a pinch runner in here. So, as I stated previously, with time kind of winding down, got to take every opportunity, Logan, to get on the board, and Northern's certainly doing that now with a runner on first and second. And with a runner in scoring position, tying run on first, and winning run up to bat. So you never know what could happen here. And we'll see what Derbyshire has up her sleeve. And it looked like they were doing another sacrifice.
Wasn't there someone who got the first base?
Coach Wolverton with some words of wisdom here for the batter. As I said, head coach Mr. Brian Wolverton, very, very accomplished coach here at the farm. Does a great job in the classroom, does a great job on the field. So really can't say enough about him. And here we go with the pitch. Swung on, popped up. So you can hear the excitement, you can hear the fans and the girls and everyone in attendance here. Had the privilege of seeing our school principal, Dr. Caitlin McCann, was out here for this great home opener. Our athletic director, Dr. Dan Uzaki, was out here. And it looks like that's going to get past the catcher, and Northern is going to advance the runners to second and third. So advantageous there for the Greyhounds, now with 2 runners in scoring position in the bottom of the 5th. So really, turn of events here, Logan, and you can see Coach Wolverton giving some direction here to the base runners. You know, as long as they keep their heads up. So she's going to go down swinging, but still, another chance here. And Northern's going to come up to bat now with 2 runners in scoring position. So this is a great opportunity for the Lady Hounds to get back into this one, hopefully scoring both runs or even more, but at the very least, hopefully 1. Hate to leave runners stranded. And that's a good pitch there by Derbyshire. And as I stated previously, you know, Michaela Fontana was doing a great job keeping batters kind of fooled, but Derbyshire is quite the pitcher herself, and so she's also been doing a great job, obviously limiting Northern to 1 run, and that run was a triple that was scored on an error. Swung on, big-time swing. And that was a credit to Riley Pylock there for the Hounds in that inning to score that 1 run, so not to take anything away from anybody, because that was a great hit by her and a great heads-up play to score that run. But my point was Logan, was that, you know, Derbyshire's doing a great job. So that's low and outside, so good eye. Don't want to chase anything, especially with 2 runners in scoring position. Hopefully you'll hit, can get 1 or 2 runners in the bottom of the 5th here for the Hounds. See what she's got. And that's a big-time swing, but it's going to get past the catcher. And looks like they're going to call that one a foul tip. Or no, a strikeout. All right, so 1 more chance here for the Hounds in the bottom of the 5th. 2 runners on. Big-time opportunity here for Northern. 1 hit could possibly tie the game. That's a good pitch there by Derbyshire, right down the middle. So, Logan, you were talking previously about your experience as a varsity athlete. You were on the bowling team, on the golf team. You covered all of the Northern sports here with us. Big-time swing, but didn't get contact with that. But I'm sure in your experience as a varsity athlete, buddy, you've had lots of opportunities to, you know, tie games, win games, stay in games. And that's a tough pitch, but that's a ball. So that's a good call there for the umpire and a good call for Northern. So 1 more chance here in the bottom of the 5th to hopefully score. And that's another ball. So good heads-up play there. Good eye by the batter. Derbyshire with the pitch. Looks like we got a full count here now. So it's basically now or never for the Hounds here to make a big-time play. She's going to go down with a strike. So credit to Derbyshire there. Unfortunate for the Hounds, but still lots of action left in this one as we head to the top of the 6th. So we pick back up here in the top of the 6th. Northern had a great opportunity there in the bottom of the 5th with 2 runners on, 2nd and 3rd respectively. Just couldn't get them in, but the Hounds are still highly aggressive. And again, for those tuning in, I am Mr. James Dowd. I am joined by broadcasting alum, I'm sorry, buddy, and current Rowan student, Mr. Logan Stewart.
Thanks, Mr. Dowd. It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Great bunt attempt.
It's a great play there for Northern.
That looked like that call could have went either way. All right, so great call, great play there by the Hounds. And beat her out by just a half step. And this game has really come down to that, Logan. We've seen so many plays could have gone each way. half step here, a half step there, taking advantage of base running. Like we said previously, we knew this was going to be a close game, and we certainly got one. And it's the top of the sixth, and Northern is still fighting, and they certainly have a great opportunity, pass ball, but no runners on, so no one will advance. And we've got really a pitcher's duel here with Fontana versus Derbyshire, with two of the top teams in the BCSL. So let's see what Fontana can do. It's a nice pitch right down the middle. As I stated, Fontana, very talented pitcher, holds numerous school records. Let's see what she has here with a windup. And another good pitch. But Northern's still in this one. Down but not out. We've seen the Hounds rally back from larger deficits, so can't count any opponent down. And that's going to be a shot to the outfield. Great hit, but great fielding there by the Hounds. So that's going to be an out. So could have been an opportunity for Cinnaminson there, bud, but Northern made a great play defensively. So down in the top of the sixth. So Fontana now 1 out away from getting out of this one. See what she's got up her sleeve here, so to speak. Here comes the windup and the pitch.
That one's down low for a ball.
Yep, so that's going to be a ball for the batter. Like we stated previously, Logan, no one has given anybody any easy strikes here. That was a nice pitch there by Fontana. But nevertheless, trying to get pitch counts up, trying to take advantage of some arm fatigue, and Cinnaminson scored those 3 runs in bunches.
Swing and a miss.
And that was a great pitch again by Fontana. And you're right, that was a big-time swing, but couldn't connect. So credit to Michaela there. So one out away here. Another one in the dirt. So 1 out away from ending the top of the sixth. Northern's got 2 more innings now to try to tie this one up. I have faith in our bats to come alive.
Safe.
Here comes the pitch.
That one's up high for a ball.
And that one really could have gone either way. You can hear the crowd on that one. But here we go with Fontana. One more attempt. Chopper to the first base line, and that's going to be an out. So, heading into the bottom of the sixth, and this game is far from over, but wanted to take this opportunity now to thank our Northern TV production crew, Miss Summercraft, Mr. Jaden Lopez, Mr. Imran Cisse, Mr. Mike Burns, Mr. Dan Bentley, you, Logan, obviously for your contribution, as well as our other video production teacher, Mr. Chris Niedermeyer. Want to thank the Northern Burlington softball team. And that's going to be a hit.
Yeah. Should be around there.
And we'll see what they call here at first. Looking for a safe call. See what the umpire says. And Rabadavia's going to get that. So, great job. Northern on first base here now in the bottom of the sixth. So, great base running. Great hit there. Pulling the Hounds back into this one. But the Hounds now have the tying run at the plate. So looking for a big rally here in the bottom of the sixth. But as I was saying, I wanted to thank Dr. Dan Uzaki. I want to also thank Cinnaminson Athletics for their participation, as well as their team. But the Hounds down, certainly not out. Only a 2-run game. And we'll see what they can do here in the bottom of the sixth.
That one's down low for a ball.
So good eye there by the Hounds. Working the count. Tying run at the plate as stated. Scores currently 3-1. Amelia Rabadavia's at first. And that's another one that's going to be down. And lucky that one didn't get past the catcher because Rabadavia's got some speed. She could have easily gotten a second. But great play there by Cinnaminson to conserve that run, or conserve that runner, rather. And that's going to be a walk. So now 2 runners on. First and second here for the Greyhounds. So bottom of the 6th. And as I stated previously, the Hounds were sort of running out of time. And you could see Coach Wolverton giving the girls some strategy here. And we'll see what the Hounds can do. In a prime position now, once again, to put some runs on the board, first and second. Hounds have stranded a couple of runners in this game. So we'd love to see them come through here and put some runners across home plate and tie the game, win the game, obviously. Here comes the pitch from Derbyshire. Looked like she was going for a sacrifice there to advance the runner, so smart move there. Good call by the coaching staff. Trying to keep the runners patient on the base path, don't want to get any easy outs. And now, pressure's on Cinnaminson to maintain this lead.
That one's up high for a ball.
That one's going to be up and out of the strike zone. So, Amelia Rabadavia on second, Haley MacArthur on first. Northern at the plate with the game-winning run, possibly. And let's see what Derbyshire can do here with the windup. And it looked like another great attempt there to advance the runners, but to no avail. So, still, time left in this one. You got the bottom of the 6th and the bottom of the 7th, but certainly Northern's down. So I want to try to take advantage of this situation. We'll see what they can do. Hopefully score a run or 2, take the lead even. Another bunt up the first baseline. Great play, and she's tagged out, but great effort there by number 14 for the Lady Hounds. And that was Miss Riley Pylock, who's been doing a great job here today. Runners now on second and third. Madison Fontana, number 18, up to bat for the Lady Hounds. And hopefully she can punch in some runs here. Madison is the younger sister of pitcher Michaela Fontana. And that's a good pitch there by Derbyshire. Madison plays shortstop for the Lady Hounds, is currently a sophomore. In 89 at-bats last year, batted .270. Had 24 hits, 17 RBIs. And actually had a couple stolen bases as well. So, rooting for her to pull this one out here for Northern. So, good eye there by Fontana at the plate. Trying to score a run here for Northern, trying to get them back into this one. Trying to tie the game, win the game. And here's the pitch. And that's going to be popped up. Caught. Rabadavia is going to square up there and score. All right, so great sacrifice fly there by Fontana, helping her sister out. And Northern's now only down 3-2. So great heads-up play. And also advances the runner. So we've got MacArthur on third now. Northern 1 run away from tying this one up with the winning run at the plate. So rooting for the Greyhounds here. Big time opportunity. Tie this game up after being down 3-1. It's now 3-2. Apologize for the graphics not being on the screen. Trying to get that up momentarily. But great pitch there by Derbyshire. Northern is currently down now. It's the bottom of the 6th. And for those tuning in, I'm Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting alum, current Rowan student, Mr. Logan Stewart. And that's going to be popped up and out of balance. Great heads up there play by our camera operator, Mr. Jaden Lopez. Thank you, Jaden, for your heads up play there. So, Northern, like I said, 90 feet away here now from tying this game up. And that's going to be a swung on and missed. So great pitch there by Cinnaminson. Still lots of action left to play, a whole nother inning, but would love to see the Greyhounds tie this one up and obviously win this one, Logan. And that's going to be a chopper and to the pitcher and thrown out at first. So Northern back into this one. The score 3-2. So hopefully the Hounds can hold off Cinnaminson, prevent them from scoring any more runs. Fontana's been doing a great job. That's going to be popped up, but beyond the fence, so uncatchable there. But hopefully the Hounds, as I was stating, can not give up any more runs. They're currently down by a run here with another opportunity later in the inning here. The bottom of the 7th is coming up. If they can score another run, they can tie this one. If they can score 2, they can win this one. So this has been a great game, Logan, as we've stated all afternoon. We knew this was going to be as advertised, and that's going to be a shot and caught. So that's going to be an out. So great job there by Northern. And 2 outs away here now from ending the top of the 7th, preventing any more runs. And hopefully we'll get back into this one and win this one here at the farm. Nice pitch there. Looked a little down and outside of the zone. We'll see what Fontana can do here. And it looked like she went down swinging on that one. And one more batter here for
I didn't know how to change it.
the Pirates. It's going to be swung on, out of bounds. So as I stated, Fontana doing a great job. Northern still into this one, down 3-2. With another shot here maybe coming up in the bottom of the 7th, they can prevent anything here from happening. Can win this one. And she's going to be thrown out. So that's going to do it. Northern with one more chance here in the bottom of the 7th. So once again, for those tuning in, I'm Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting alum and current Rowan broadcasting student, Mr. Logan Stewart. We are here live at the farm. It is Monday, March 31st. The Northern Burlington Greyhounds taking on the Cinnaminson Pirates in a great local matchup, and it's a pleasure to do this with you, buddy, as always. I want to also let our fans know that if you want to check out Logan and his show at Rowan, you can tune in to WGLS Radio. You can check that out at rowan.edu. That is 89.7.
That's unironically the most important.
And you can hear all of the awesome
Because you're a good
sports
video,
insight
right? So
that
you
Logan
actually-
does here at Rowan. And we've got a great game here, and that's going to be a big attempt there by the Hounds.
Did you catch it, Dan?
They are still in this one. They have been trailing since the 3rd inning. They were up early, but Cinnaminson put on 3 runs, and Northern has been scrapping their way back into this one, and currently only down now 1 run, Logan, so anything can happen. Great pop up, but looks like it's foul, so
Strike 2, guys.
1 run away from tying this one, 2 runs from winning this one, and there'd be nothing better than for the Hounds to get a big win
Emron, what are you doing?
in front of our home crowd, and looks like she's going to go down on that one. So now 2 outs left, but Hounds still in this one, and Hounds are going to have no rest. They're going to have another game this upcoming Friday, April 4th. That's going to be against Seneca. Stated Cinnaminson's got quite the docket coming up. And we're wishing all of our teams here at Northern a tremendous sports season. Great attempt there. And so Derbyshire for the Pirates has really been pitching a gem here, Logan, and she has kept them in this one. Looks like that's going to be a walk there, so Northern's going to get on base. So good to see. Tying run on first. And a little meeting at the first baseline here with the coaches and the umpires, and we're still good. So Northern's still in this one. They still have 2 outs. They are 1 run down. And we know the Greyhounds love to rally, and we'd love to see them rally to win this one here in the bottom of the 7th. Anything can happen here yet. And that's going to be a steal attempt. And she's going to be safe.
And what a play by...
And that was a great play, buddy. Absolutely right. Great call there by the coaches. And now Northern has a runner in scoring position on second base and are 1 run away from scoring the tying run here in the bottom of the 7th. So this is their last chance. There's 2 outs left. Good eye there by the batter. And we'd love to see the Hounds tie this one up, win this one, obviously. This is our home opener, as I've previously stated. So it would be awesome for the Greyhounds to get a big win at home here today. And that's going to be popped up and go behind the backstop. Once again, I want to inform our viewers, if you want to check out all the exciting athletic and academic action, you can check us out on YouTube at Northern TV, and you can see all the awesome things that are going on here at the farm. And we have quite the docket of exciting events coming up in the spring, as I previously mentioned, both at the middle school and the high school. So would love for our friends, family, community members to come out and also to check it out on Northern TV. Let's see what Derbyshire can do here. Another good pitch there. But Northern's been really patient here today, Logan, at the plate. And we knew this one was going to be close, and certainly it is. But the Hounds are not done yet. So she's going to take first base. So now runners on first and second. So the tying run is on second. The winning run is on first. And Northern's coming up to bat here. So very exciting time here in this game. And Northern's looking to get a big win here in front of our home crowd. Let's see what they can do.
Yes.
Derbyshire with the pitch. So winning run on first.
Oh my God.
A big time hit could win this one, or at least tie this one. And pressure's on Cinnaminson. And it looks like another steal attempt for the Hounds. Little meeting here between the coaches and the umpire. But that was just a great call there by the Hounds. So that's going to be out number 2. Great attempt there. But runner on second. Still 1 hit away from tying this one up. You know, you're in the bottom of the 7th, Logan. You're trying to manufacture some runs. You're trying to tie the game up. So credit to the Hounds for trying to get that big-time steal. And that's going to be a hit up the middle. She's going to round third. And Northern's going to tie this one up. All right. So the Lady Hounds have tied this one up now in the bottom of the 7th. Great job. Great hit there by the Hounds. Great base running. So credit to our girls. Credit to the coaching staff. It's a great day to be a Greyhound. And this game now is tied in the bottom of the 7th. So Northern could win this one. They have 2 outs, but like we said, they love to rally. They love to win. And it's been a tremendous day here for Northern.
A great rally for the Greyhounds.
So, bottom of the 7th, winning run on the base path here for the Hounds. Anything can happen. We'll see what Derbyshire has here. She's been pitching a really good game, but Northern has chipped away here in the bottom of the 7th. So let's go, Lady Hounds. Nope, looks like that one's going to be an out.
Oh no.
Trying to get the runner on third there, but got got thrown out. So that's going to do it after 7.
Emron, did you not hear that?
You can tell these two teams have a lot of respect for each other, Logan, and we're going into the top of the 8th now. With the game tied 3-3. Northern with a great opportunity there in the bottom of the 7th. Tied this one up. Now the pressure's on Cinnaminson here to try to put some more runs on the board. And they're going to start with a nice little dribbler there and miscue at first. So they're going to start with a runner on first base. And that's going to be number 11, Maddie Rittler, getting on base, leadoff hitter. So great job by the Pirates here in the top of the 8th. Still anybody's game. And once again, for those tuning in, I am Mr. James Dowd. I'm joined by broadcasting alum and current Rowan broadcasting student, Mr. Logan Stewart. We are here live at the farm. It is Monday, March 31st, 2025. It is the home opener for the Northern Burlington Lady Greyhounds as they take on the Cinnaminson Pirates. And this has really been a great game, Logan. And Northern jumped on the board early, 1-0, and then fell behind a little bit, 3-1, but rallied in the 6th and the bottom of the 7th to tie this one up. And we've got really a great game and a great turnout here of friends, family, community members from both teams. So rooting for a Greyhound win and rooting for a great game, and we've got one here. So number 6 for Cinnaminson, Haley Hunter, sophomore, plays shortstop. Batted .390 last year, scored 24 runs, and had 22 RBIs in addition to 19 singles, had 8 walks and 6 stolen bases. So she's quite the player, and if she can get on base, she can certainly swipe some bags in addition to Maddie Rittler. So advantageous here for Cinnaminson. Northern with the force out at second, so smart play there by the Greyhounds and Fontana.
Of course you're on.
So, Hunter on first. It's been quite the afternoon here, bud, and quite the collection of games. And Northern was victorious in their other sports, as I mentioned, in baseball and boys lacrosse, as well as boys volleyball. We're rooting for the girls to get a big win here. Good pitch there, but down and outside. Hunter's on first for the Pirates. Fontana's been pitching a really good game. Game is currently 3-3. In extra innings here at the top of the first, and great attempt there for Northern trying to catch Hunter off the bag, but didn't quite get her. But great play there, great heads up play there by the catcher for the Hounds, and Fontana's gonna deal one up here, and another good pitch. So Cinnaminson has 1 out, runner on first. They haven't scored since the 3rd inning. Northern rallied in the 6th and the 7th, as we stated. And that's going to be fouled off down the 3rd baseline. So Hunter's going to come back to first, and Northern will regroup here with 1 out in the 8th. But the Hounds really rallied. So credit to them, credit to the coaching staff and the girls. As we stated, Logan down but not out. Never take any opponent lightly. And a great pitch there. That's a strike, and Fontana strikes her out. So great job by Michaela. As I stated previously, got to know her a little bit. She was Student of the Month in the fall season. So rooting for her here today, and obviously rooting for all of our girls this season. So 2 outs now. Top of the 8th. Great pitch. They're going for a steal. And she's going to be safe. So smart base running there by the Pirates. Now have a runner in scoring position. Haley Hunter take off from first base and now is on second. So the Pirates are now 1 hit away from taking the lead here, Logan. So we'll see what the Hounds can do to prevent that. And that's swung on. And that's hit deep. And Hunter's going to round third. She's going to score.
And that is a base hit, and Cinnaminson is going to take the lead.
They are now up in this one, 4-3. Wow. Great hit there. Credit to the Pirates. So a tough break there for the Hounds, but again, down but not out, top of the 8th. Down a run now. We saw them rally once again, as I stated, in the 6th and the 7th here, Logan. Fontana's been doing a great job, pitching a great game. And that's going to be a hit. And it looks like Cinnaminson going to score at the plate. Wow, tough play there. She's going to be ruled safe. So now they're up 5-3. So that was quite the play at the plate there. So Pirates in the lead now, 5-3. Looked like that was going to be a close call. Looks like Coach Wolverton's going to regroup the girls here, and down but not out. So Pirates up 5-3 here in the top of the 8th. Northern's going to have their work cut out for them here in the bottom of the 8th, but we've seen them rally.
Sophomore year, low-key, the most mid-year about that.
And it's been a great game for softball. We knew this was going to be a close matchup, Logan, and it certainly has been. And
Freshman year is like fun because you're just like getting used to it.
Cinnaminson up in this one. So Fontana
Like, nothing.
wheeling and dealing here.
Junior year, you at least have like prom and stuff, but like
Good pitch there.
sophomore year, there's just nothing. There's no good incentive.
So this has been a great game so far. Northern put the first run on the board, courtesy of Riley Pylock. Later on in the game, Rittler, Zuccarelli, Carl scored for the Pirates, making it 3-1. Northern rallied with some great base running
It's like, oh my god, Kendrick on ball.
and a great hit there by Riley Pylock later on in the game to advance runners and put some points, some runs on the board.
Hold on, Daniel.
And now
Kendrick song is Jordan. What Kendrick song?
Cinnaminson has taken advantage here in the top of the 8th,
They'll crash out on Kendrick.
up 5-3. So Northern certainly wants to not allow any more runs
If I hear him every
and try to tie this one up in the bottom of the 8th. 2 runs in one inning, one half inning rather. Logan's going to be a tough
whacked out Nero's on
thing to do, but we've got faith in the Lady Hounds, and Fontana's on the mound. She's doing her best. Cinnaminson's got a runner on first. So hopefully the Hounds can get out of this one with no more runs scored. Looks like a little meeting of the minds here
As a Kendrick fan,
at the pitcher's mound. Talking strategy.
it also is the song that ruined Kendrick's credibility.
And the crowd is still here. The girls are still here, fired up.
I hate admitting to people I like Kendrick Lamar.
Winds picked up a little bit, but again, blowing in the opposite direction, so shouldn't make any balls carry over the fence. In fact, more fouls have been hit. Great pitch there by Fontana. That's going to be a strike right down the middle. So still time left in this one.
How is it only
Hopefully Northern can get out of a jam. And it's going to be a walk. So Cinnaminson's going to have a runner in scoring position here now. Looks like they have the advantage here with runners in scoring position, but have all the faith in the world in Michaela Fontana. And that's going to be a hit. But she's going to be thrown out. So,
Just not today.
heading into the bottom of the 8th.
Don't worry about
So, just to recap, game was Northern up 1-0. Cinnaminson went up 3-1, and Northern rallied to tie it 3-3. And now Cinnaminson up 5-3.
In the 6th and 7th, and Cinnaminson looking to come right back.
Guys, what are we doing videos on either one? I'm actually
And they did, bud. And now Cinnaminson is in the lead, 5-3 in extra innings, bottom of the 8th. Last chance for Northern. And now they are down to just a couple of outs here left in this one. But it's been a really great game, and there's been no quitting these Hounds. That's a pop fly, foul territory. But we saw the Hounds, as you stated, Logan, rallied in the 6th and the 7th to tie the game.
Hey, where's Dow?
Want to once again thank our production crew for doing a great job.
Did he text
Northern down but not out here. 5-3. Cinnaminson Pirates up in this one. Derbyshire's pitched a heck of a game. And that's going to be an out. Great play there by first baseman there for Cinnaminson. And Northern's down to their last opportunities here. So we'll see if the Hounds have it in them. As we stated, they have a big game coming up next Friday against Seneca. So would like for our friends, family, community members to be on hand for that one. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be a big swing, but a miss there for the Greyhounds. So 2 outs here in the bottom of the 8th left, and Northern looking to tie this one up once again. They did it in the bottom of the 7th. That one was in the dirt, so good eye there by the batter. And we'll see what Derbyshire has in store here. And that one's going to be another ball. So Northern's certainly working the counts here, as they've done all game, in the bottom of the 8th. And once again, want to thank Logan Stewart, buddy. Want to thank you for your contributions here. Announcing, want to thank our teams and our athletics. That's another pitch outside of the strike zone. So I believe it's a 3-1 count here. And maybe Northern can get a base runner on. That would be the... And she does, and that's going to be a pass ball, and Northern's going to now have the tying run at the plate. So good eye there by the Hounds, and now tying run up at bat. We'll see if the Greyhounds can make something happen here. Coach Wolverton giving the girls some direction here, and it looks like we're going to get another pinch runner. That was very advantageous earlier in the game for the girls to take advantage of that speed on the base path. And we'll see what can happen here. So, 1 out away here now, Northern. Down but not out. And Cinnaminson in the driver's seat. There's the pitch. That one's going to be low and outside. But good eye there by the batter. So, and that's going to do it, unfortunately.
Northern is unfortunately taking the loss today, and they'll look to rebound in their next game. A great win here for this Cinnaminson team against a good team like Northern, and they're going to go home happy today.